Billy Dave Brown with Corey Macklin here at ringside. We are set to go with another day of USWA Championship Wrestling. What a show we got coming up.
Oh, a big one. 6 big matches here today. Opening bout, Billy Travis against Brian Christopher. That's the opener here today. Hotstuff Eddie Gilbert against Tony Falk in a single bout. We'll see Ricky Morton. He's here today. Richard Lee and the Moondogs is scheduled on the card as well. And also, we got the fabulous Fargos. More about them a little bit later on. And Jarrett the King Lawler and Jeff Jarrett. What a four we got today.
Tell you what, we got a big one coming up, no doubt about it. We got a brand new Unified World Champion we'll be introducing to you. Got several big announcements coming up today. And let me just say 3 words which mean excitement. Fargo here today. Back in a moment. Well, Lauren Davenport went around here for weeks and weeks saying nobody could beat Mean Mike Miller. Billy Travis picked up the challenge, had a special stipulation on the match that if Billy Travis could beat Mean Mike Miller, Lauren Davenport had to eat dog food. Travis won. Watch what happened.
Oh, Miller! Oh, he almost caught Lauren. He's got him. He got him! 1, 2, 3. Billy Joe Travis gets the win. And Lauren Davenport, get ready. You got a can of Alpo dog food waiting for you for supper here tonight. Hey, come on, give me that can opener, Mike. Boy, watch him, man. He's got a can opener. Lord, after Travis, give me one thing out of there. Well, Lauren Davenport. She was out here and only got a little taste of the dog food. I think she may get a couple of spoonfuls in there. And I don't know. She nails Travis. Goes after Billy. She's got a shoe in there. Working Travis over with a shoe. They got Billy cut open, man. This kind of stuff. They lost the bout. They agreed to eat the dog food. Why don't you get out of here, Lauren?
Well, I tell you what, I want to get Billy Joe Travis out here right now. Billy Joe Travis won the match, and Lauren Davenport had to end up eating dog food, but I know, well, Billy seems to be in a pretty good mood. I know you're not totally satisfied with what happened there, though, Bill.
I'm not satisfied at all, but the reason I'm out here, Dave, I don't want to talk about Lauren Davenport at all.
Well, I know you've asked for a mixed match. I know where you're going to have a partner in there, right?
Yeah, you're right, Dave. You know, I want to apologize to you, Lauren Davenport, for calling you a dog. You know, a lot of guys, a lot of people have, their families are not blessed with good looks. Mine's not blessed with good looks. I've got a cousin, Bertha. I love her to death, but she is just not that good looking. And Lauren Davenport, I do apologize to you because you're a pretty girl, you know. And my cousin Bertha, you know, she had a beauty contest in her town. Nobody won the beauty contest. So this week. What? Now, what is she doing out here?
I don't know.
I'm talking good about you, Lauren.
Well, I'm glad you finally decided to admit that you've got ugly people in your family, too. It's about time, Billy, because you're about the ugliest dog that there is here.
No, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about my cousin, Bertha.
Oh, yeah, the hairy one, the one with all the hair on her?
Yeah, I mean, everybody has somebody ugly in their family. So Billy's got old cousin Bertha. She's a little bit ugly, but she's okay, though. She's just a tough old country girl.
How about your mama? How about that ugly tramp?
Let me tell you something. Don't you ever talk about my mother. I'll smack your teeth right down your throat. What we're talking about a mixed tag with my cousin Bertha. She may not be the best-looking woman in the world, but I guarantee she could whip your butt.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I don't know.
So.
I don't know about
Hey,
Bertha here,
Dave,
but
my cousin Bertha, she has a few things to say. Why don't we just?
oh, you got a videotape
Yeah,
of Bertha.
I got a videotape of Bertha.
All right. Well, let's take a look at it. Let's see Bertha here.
Oh, woman, hear me roar, and then here on the floor. If you mess with me, I'll beat you up. I'll be with you in a minute, because I don't have my makeup on, and I never let anybody see me without my makeup on. Of course, I ain't too pretty to start off with. I ain't won no beauty pageants or nothing, but I remember one time I had a beauty pageant in my hometown, and nobody won. Especially me, but, you know, I've been getting a call from my cousin Billy, and he's got a woman that's been bothering him, and I'm standing here holding this old shirt from my old man, you know, I hate people mess with Cousin Billy, especially a woman, because it just messes me up. And, Laura, as a woman to a woman, you know how tough it is. And I promised my Cousin Billy that Cousin Bertha, that I'm going to come and I'm going to stand down there in his corner. And I told Cousin Billy, I said, I'll get that woman, Cousin Bertha, will get that woman off of you, Cousin Billy. And what's his face, Mike Dick, or what's his face name, big old ugly thing, Mike Miller, if he wants to get involved, then I'll knock him out too, because it ain't nothing for Cousin Bertha to knock a man out. And I've knocked my old man out many times. He knows, and he'll tell you to his face. He ain't no big story, no big lie I'm telling. So, Cousin Billy, I'm on my way down there, and when I get there, I'm going to get that Lawler Davenport off of you, and you're going to get back at what they've done to you. I'm on my way, and when I get down there, it's going to be a whole different story.
Well, Bertha looks like a large woman there.
That's a man. That's Dutch Mantel. You know this. All these people know this. And I'm not going to get in there with two men. No, Dave. No, Dave. That's a man. That's Dutch Mantel.
I don't know. It just looks...
Roy Macklin, you know that. Dutch Mantel.
Look like a large woman here. Wait. All right, what? Brian Christopher now.
Hold on, Mike. Hold on just a second. You don't have to get all worked up and mad, because I have a solution. I have a match right here with Billy Joe, the sissy boy, right now. So don't... Shut up, boy. So don't be mad, because I will take care of Billy Joe right now as a personal favor from me to you. So don't worry. Just go back there and watch this match and enjoy.
Well, the handshake. Mean Mike Miller and Lauren Davenport not happy about Billy's cousin Bertha coming in here. We do have, this should be a fine match.
Oh,
Brian
yeah.
Christopher going against Billy Travis. Christopher always with the confidence says, don't worry about a thing. It won't even be a match. I'll take care of him right here today. You won't have to worry about Billy Travis. Well, let's see.
Personal favor, he said. 1 ball, 10 minutes in time. Billy takes Christopher. Big backdrop, got a cover. Only got one, though. Boy, this is a good bout. Christopher and Travis, these two no strangers either day to each other.
Tell you what, Brian Christopher, that young man right there with a horrible attitude, but he can really wrestle. Billy Travis, he hasn't always had the best attitude either. You put these two in the ring, you got to make it for a real match. Christopher pulling his hair right there.
Yeah, big shoulder from Billy, though. Knocks him down. Leaps over Christopher. Comes back under. Brian swings at him. Big uppercut. Boy, you can hear that one all over the studio. He got a pin cover, only one, though. And Christopher, look at him over there. Hanging on to that bottom rope.
Billy Joe turned him around and smacked him with that right hand. And Brian Christopher now nursing. Well, I saw the fist.
What about yours, too?
I'm not refereeing the match, however. You need to talk to the referee about the fist there, Brian. How about the hair pulling a little earlier?
Yeah.
Let's talk to the referee about all of the rules breaking and not just that.
Christopher and Travis set, and Billy pulls him out of that corner.
Now, smart move by Billy to get him out of the corner.
Oh, he got two that time. Flips Christopher over. A boot right to the face of Brian Christopher. And Billy Joe Travis going to work on Brian Christopher today. Got another pin cover. Only two again. Our first look at Cousin Bertha. And Billy Joe says he's bringing her in as his partner for the mixed tag match coming up later on.
The referee has just checked with Brian Christopher, who said he was not giving up. Billy wanted him to check about a possible submission, but no. Ooh, he hit him with a fist. And another one.
Now, what about Christopher's fist in there?
That's exactly right.
Boy, he clobbered Travis that time and sent him down. Bad by Billy Joe. Brian Christopher continues to slug away on him. Series of right hands. Boy, here's a right fist from Christopher. Snaps Billy out of the corner and flips him over. Falls down with a right fist on Travis. That is Brian Christopher, as you said, Dave. He can wrestle. Misses that time, but the attitude this guy has and that big mouth of his. Boy. Will just make you automatically not like this guy. I tell you, he's a piece of work. Travis picks him up, slams him down. He's up on a... Oh, look out. Picked up Miller on the ring apron there. Travis follows down on Christopher. Mike Miller's trying to get in the ring. Referee Kevin Christian warning Miller. Meanwhile, Travis goes over. Nails Miller, but Christopher's got a chain. Hey, pull the chain out of there.
Yeah.
And Lawrence Davenport give him over there.
Sure did.
Boy, covers Travis. He got it with the help of Lawrence Davenport and Mike Miller.
While Mike Miller had the referee distracted over here, Lauren Davenport tossed Brian Christopher a chain. Christopher used it to put Billy Travis down on the mat. And now Billy is trying to tell the referee exactly what happened. He had a chain wrapped around his wrist, or around his fist, rather.
Yeah.
And here comes Billy out of the ring right here.
Well, Lawrence Davenport and Mike Miller coming out here. They interfered the whole thing there.
Let me tell you something, Davenport. You may have your day today, but I guarantee you when Cousin Bertha gets in town, it's going to be time for you to go downtown. Guaranteed.
All right, Billy. Billy got a cut there where he got hit by that chain. Brian Christopher, well, found a way to win. You were in trouble in the match right there until that chain suddenly made an appearance.
Loser! Bye-bye, loser! Security, get him out of here. How'd you like that big win, Dave?
Yeah, we saw exactly how you won it with some help. A lot of help.
No help. There was not no help. I don't know what you're on. You're hallucinating or something. I won that match fair and square.
I want to talk about the match you've got coming up this week with Tom Pritchard. Tom Pritchard, you've got a match coming up with him, and that's what I want to talk about right now. Now,
I don't want to talk about the match right now. What I want to talk about is my video. My video last week. Last week I came out here, and I wanted to show my video, and you showed some stupid Tom Pritchard video. So I'm going to tell you what. You want to talk about the match?
Yes, I do, and I don't want to. We've told you about the video. We saw the video once. It's disgusting.
Let's compromise. Let's compromise. You want to talk about the match? I want to see my video. Let's do it at the same time. I know this is not a rinky-dink organization set up here. This is a nice studio and everything. Nice TV. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do. Right here in the corner, producer or whatever. Why don't we just? I know I got a TV at home. We can show two things at once. Let's try to put my video right here. I'll talk right here. Everybody be happy. Right in the little box right here. Let's get a little box going and show my video. Can we do that, director? Can the director do that?
Yeah, I think we can do that. All right, well, I'll do that if you'll agree to talk about the match, right?
There it is.
All right, there it is. Now let's talk about the match.
I know I get what I wanted. Look at that.
I don't want to talk about the video. The video's there. Let's you and I talk about the match coming up with Tom Pritchard. Now, Tom Pritchard's got the belt.
Tom Pritchard has the belt. And Tom Pritchard, oh, what a video. Look at there.
Now,
look at that homeless bum. Anyway.
Tom Pritchard has agreed to put the belt back on the line, but he said, you got to put something up, too. He's going to put up the belt. So
because he's scared of me. He said, I don't want to wrestle him just with the belt on the line. He's got to put something up. So I thought, and they came to me, what are you going to put up, Brian? What are you going to put up, your hair? No, not my hair. I'm not going to put my hair on the line. What are you going to put on the line then? Your car? No, it's not going to be my car either. So I had to think. And then, wouldn't you know it, my girlfriend comes to me. My girlfriend came to me. She said, Brian, my beautiful girlfriend, I might add. She came to me. She said, Brian, I'll tell you what. I have so much confidence in you. I have so much faith in you, Brian, that you can put my 1991 black, beautiful CRX on the line. And I said, oh, no, I can't do that. She said, yeah, I have so much confidence in you. Yeah. I said, no, I can't do that. Well, okay, I'll put it on the line. So Monday night and everywhere else, I see that bum Tom Pritchard. My girlfriend's black CRX will be at stake against the Southern title belt.
What a video. What a guy. You're going to allow your girlfriend's car to be put on the line. You're not going to put your car on the line, but you're going to put your girlfriend's car on the line.
Why should I put my car on the line? She came to me. She has confidence in me. We'll put her car on the line. What's wrong with that, Dave? Do you have a problem with that?
Well,
do you not have a girl in your life that has any faith in you or anything, huh?
Well,
Probably not. Look at him. Look at that, and look at this. Now, you know who's got the girlfriend around here.
All right, well, your girlfriend's car is on the line against the belt against Dr. Tom Pritchard this week. You know something?
What?
You know something? Tom had a couple of comments about the action.
Oh, he did, huh?
Maybe you'll want to listen to what he has to say. Let's listen to the words from the champion, Tom Pritchard.
You know, sometimes I got to ask myself, will wonders ever cease? I got to ask myself, does Brian Christopher really know what he's getting into here? You see, Brian, I understand what it's like when you're young and brash and arrogant and cocky and confident, and you think the whole world's against you, so you got to do what you got to do to get things done, because there ain't no other way to go about it. But at the same time, Brian, I thought I always understood the fine line between being too cocky and too confident. And then again, people may say, no, I don't. But this week, Brian, I think you just crossed over that line yourself, son, because you went to the USWA and you asked for a Southern heavyweight title match, and they told you the same thing they told me. Put up something to show us that you deserve a shot. And you didn't say, I'll put up my hair. No, no, no. You didn't say, well, I'll put up my house. No, no, no. And you didn't say, I'll put up my car. No, no, no. What you said was, you'll put up your girlfriend's car against a Southern heavyweight title. Well, Brian, that shows me about as much confidence as you have in yourself. And that shows me also in your video. I saw your video, Brian, and let me just say this. To the guy who was in your video, we've looked all over for him, and we haven't found him yet, but if you just happen to be at a TV set, if you happen to see me talking to you right now, I'd like to invite you down this week, my friend. I'd like to have you a seat right there, because I know what it's like to come from the streets. I know what it's like to be poor, and when I beat Brian Christopher, and I get the keys and the title in my hand, I'm going to hand them right over to you at ringside, and you could do whatever you want with the car. If you want to sell it and take the money and do what you want with it, fine. If you want to take a couple friends for a ride and have a party, that's fine too, because you might just find on the streets after this match Brian Christopher with a poster that says must work for girlfriend's car.
All right, how about that, Brian Christopher?
Tom Pritchard trying to be a little comedian today, just like a bunch of bums out here. And what did he say? He's going to take my girlfriend's car if he wins it and give it to the bum in my video? Don't make me laugh, boy. No bum is getting in my girlfriend's car. Bums are nothing but a menace to society. They should all be lined up and shot. I hate bums. I hate filth. I hate trash. What?
I was just wondering if you were finished after all of that.
Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I hate bums, and no bum is getting in that car. I'm taking back the Southern title this week.
Well, there was a match last week at the Mid-South Coliseum in which Eddie Gilbert was going against Rick Morton.
Look, you talk about ridiculous. This is horrible.
Well, you're right. Now, the unified title does now belong to Rick Morton, but he can't be very happy about it. And what you're talking about is what you're about to see. Here's why Rick's not all that happy.
Gilbert slams Ricky Morton right into special referee Paul Morton, Ricky's dad in there. Double clothesline, and Morton and Gilbert both go out. And you see Lauren Davenport go in that little pocketbook purse thing she's got. Pulls out a chain. Look at Morton flip him over. 2. He got him. He got him. We've got a new unified world heavyweight champion. How about it? 13:49. Ricky Morton gets the win. He's the new unified world heavyweight champion. He gets the win over Eddie Gilbert. Your winner of the bout and the new unified world heavyweight champion, Ricky Morton, in 13 minutes and 49 seconds. Gilbert jumps on him, nails referee Paul Morton in there, knocks Paul out. Eddie Gilbert, he's got Morton handcuffed. That's what he's got over there. Hey, come on now, Eddie. Eddie, hey, come on now. Don't start that stuff out here. Come on, Gilbert. Hey, come on, Eddie. Gilbert nails referee Paul Morton in here. Lauren Davenport holding on to Ricky Morton. They got Ricky handcuffed. Yeah, come on, Ed. Get some help out here. Come on, Eddie Marlin comes out. Oh, he nails Eddie. Uh-oh. Hey, ring the bell. Let's get some help out here. Hey, come on, Eddie. Don't pour that kind of stuff out here. Apologize, referee Paul Morton. Get out of here with that kind of junk. Boy, I tell you, this Gilbert and Lauren Davenport are ridiculous to come out here, jump on a man like Paul Morton in there that just came out to be special referee.
Well, the match took place. Eddie Gilbert jumps on Paul Morton, beats him up, and Eddie Marlin, I know you're not happy about that.
Not a bit in the world, and I want to call Eddie Gilbert. Eddie Gilbert, I know you're back there. I know you got a monitor. I want you out here right now. And I mean right now, Eddie Gilbert. Get out here.
Get out here right now, son. Get out here, Ricky.
Come here.
Here he is. The former world champion right here. What a disgusting display what he did to the referee after that match.
Eddie Gilbert, I got 2 things I want to tell you. You shouldn't even be out here this morning. You shouldn't be in the studio. You shouldn't even have the authority to put on a pair of tights. But you're here. Now, what I seen you do to Paul Morton, it was uncalled for. The guy came to the arena. He did his job, and he did it well. And you couldn't stand it because you lost. And you handcuffed Rick to the ropes, and then you took advantage of Paul Morton, an older man. And I know how older man feels. Now, that shouldn't take place in any sport, especially anything that I got to do with it. It's not going to happen. Now, you can stand there if you want to. You wouldn't even be here today if it hadn't been for Rick Morton. You would have been fired on the spot. But Rick Morton said, no, don't do it. Stand there with the smirk on your face, the smile. But I got one other thing I want to tell you, and maybe it'll wipe that smile off.
Okay, what?
For your actions, the whole time you've been back here, and most recently this past week, you are being fined $5,000. The money will start coming out of your paycheck as of right now. $5,000.
Oh, is that right? $5,000. That's right. Okay, why don't you just do like Ross Perot? Why don't you just pull on out of here, okay?
When Rick Morton gets you in that ring, he'll take $5,000 worth of your hide, big boy.
Well, yeah. Go on, Ross. Get out of here, Ross Perot. Go on, get out of here. $5,000? You know what $5,000 is to me, Dave Brown? Nothing. It's pocket change. I don't care. To get back in the ring with you, Ricky Morton, I don't care whether it's $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, whatever I've got to pay. Every dollar that I got to pay, it's worth it to get you back in the ring and to get back what is rightfully mine, which belongs rightfully around my waist, and that is the unified world heavyweight title. And this week, I'm going to take $5,000 worth of punishment out on your head. And please, always introduce me as the king of wrestling.
Why don't introduce you any way we want to. Eddie Gilbert, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, headed to the ring. Still Hot Stuff, but he's not the world champion right now. Climbs in there against Tony Falk and jumps him from behind.
Yeah, right before you can even get over and get the bell, he jumps on Falk. Boy, this Gilbert, I tell you, makes me sick with that kind of stuff in here. Comes in here like a mad, crazy man. Self-proclaimed king of professional wrestling. Of course, he's not that at all. Self-proclaimed he is.
Oh, Rick Morton.
Ricky Morton tackles him. Referee calls for the bell. And Ricky going after Gilbert. Gilbert slides out of that bottom rope, gets out of there. Morton after him, tackles him over there.
Yeah, he caught him from behind and tackled him right there on the floor.
I tell you what, Dave, I can't blame Ricky. He's a mad man here today. Going after Gilbert. Hey, they're back behind the curtains there. Going towards the dressing room area. I don't know where he went back there. Oh, Eddie Marlin's over there.
All right. Yeah, you can't have fighting in the hall here. Eddie's been able to get them separated. Gilbert, hey, Rick.
I want you, and I want everybody else out here, put yourself in my shoes and tell me, what would you do? My DA came down here. I'll beat you, Eddie Gilbert, run the match. Very square, brother. And then you had to take advantage of him. Well, let me tell you one thing, big boy. He's got more pride in his little figure than you do in your whole stinking body. You don't got that right. And I don't care what it takes, big boy, because I will stomp a mud hole in your behind, and then I will walk it dry. I don't care what it takes, because you see, this time, we don't got to worry about you jumping on nobody, because there's not going to be a referee. The match is going to go on till one of us can't continue. And you know what, Eddie Gilbert? That's fine with me.
Rick Morton, boy, he is upset, and I can understand why. I'm sure you can, too. He jumps in the ring. His opponent there, I don't know much about him. His name is Mr. Clyde.
Yeah. Mr. Clyde is opponent in there, and boy, Mr. Clyde hasn't had a chance to get his wrestling attire, if you want to call it, or his clothing off in there before Ricky Morton jumped on him. Boy, you can't blame Ricky, though, Dave. You got to, that kind of stuff is just uncalled for. They had about, he beat Gilbert fair and square, and then they pulled some stuff like that.
Absolutely no excuse. The only good thing about it is Eddie Marlin is, in fact, going to charge Eddie Gilbert $5,000. This was over for him. He just pinned him right there.
Yeah, it's over. There he is, the unified world heavyweight champion. Ricky Morton gets the win over Mr. Clyde. And boy, if I had a time in there, I bet you the 122nd.
I tell you, it didn't take him long. Mr. Clyde had the misfortune to run into a buzzsaw today. We'll be back right after this. Just a moment ago, we showed you an address. Maybe we can show it to you again. We'd love to have you join us right here some Saturday morning for Studio Wrestling. We're on live just about every Saturday, only about 2 weeks out of the year that we're on videotape. Only live wrestling show left in America. Be part of the audience, and here's all you have to do. Send your ticket request. Tickets are free, by the way. You send that ticket request to Studio Wrestling Tickets, WMC TV, 1960 Union Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee, and our zip code is 38104. Include a self-addressed stamped envelope. That's very important. If the self-addressed stamped envelope is not included, you won't get your tickets back. So be sure to address an envelope to yourself, fold it up, put it in there with your ticket request. We will send those tickets back to you right in your own self-addressed stamped envelope. And again, love to have you right here. I think folks here today, we got a great crowd today. Lots of fine kids here, having a good time. And we got lots more to go. We'll tell you about what's coming up Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum, too. Boy, you talk about a Monday night full of action coming up down at the Coliseum. 8 o'clock is when it all begins down there, Corey. I know you're going to be there. Opening match of the night. And you were just remarking to me that whenever these two guys get together, they really have quite a match.
Good opening bout right there with Samples and the Hornet. They really had a good one about a few weeks ago. Good single bout there to open things up for us.
Then a mixed tag team match. Heard about this one a little bit earlier, and you got Mean Mike Miller with Laura Davenport in the ring. And across the way, you will have Billy Travis with that's Billy's cousin Bertha. You know that I think Lauren Davenport may have been right from the video. I couldn't tell. But, boy, I don't know. Billy's cousin Bertha apparently has a mustache. Anyway,
And a beard along.
mixed tag team match coming up. I think that one's going to be an interesting one, friends. Then you got the fabulous Fargos with Don Fargo out of Hell's Kitchen, New York, going against Tony Falk and Tony Williams in a tag team match. Then Southern Heavyweight title match comes up. You got the belt. Tom Pritchard says, I'll put the Southern title on the line. Brian Christopher, you got to put something on the line. Brian, what a guy says, I'll put my girlfriend's car against the belt. Brian Christopher against Tom Pritchard. Remember who won it last time around. Brian Christopher's girlfriend may need to be worrying about that car of hers. Then, main event, World Tag Team titles versus hair. The Moondogs going against Lawler and Jarrett. Whose hair is going to be at stake? Well, I'm not sure it's been decided just yet. It had not just a few minutes ago. Yeah. We'll have more about that, though. Maybe it'll be decided here in just a few minutes. Then, they're going to have an extra added match after that main event. Oh, by the way, did I mention that Richard Lee is going to be locked in a cage during that Moondogs match? He is. He's out of it. He's going to be locked in a cage at ringside. Then, extra added lights out grudge match. And, boy, I think you can understand the grudge part of it after you saw what Eddie Gilbert did to Rick Morton's father, Paul Morton. And now Rick says, get him back in there. And this time, no referee in the ring. Well, that's the way it's going to be Monday night. Here come two guys right here that are involved in an interesting match. As I mentioned, Richard Lee of the Moondogs manager is going to be locked in a cage, so he's out of it. Jerry Lawler and Jeff Jarrett. And one of you guys is putting your hair at stake, as I just told everyone a minute ago. The last I heard, it hadn't been decided who. Have you guys decided yet whose hair is going to be at stake?
Well, no, we actually haven't. You know, we have gotten ourselves into this match for one simple reason. Jeff and I both wanted another shot at the World Tag Team titles. We had a little taste of them there for about a week or so, and when Richard Lee threw the powder in Jeff's eyes and they stole the belts, he's gone all around the country. As Jeff knows, he's gone all around the country. He's called every wrestling magazine. He's called every wrestling TV show, every newspaper, every radio station he can, calling us the one-week wonders, you know, trying to embarrass us and everything. So we naturally want another shot at the World Tag Team titles. Now, we have got the match under, of course, Richard Lee's condition. One great thing we got in our favor, thanks to Eddie Marlin, is the fact that, as you said, in this big match, Richard Lee is going to be not a factor because he is going to be locked in his own personal cage at ringside, which is where Richard Lee ought to be anyway. So we don't have to worry about anything but the Moondogs. But what we also have to worry about is the fact that Richard Lee, in order to give us this match, said, they're not getting the belts, we're getting their hair, because Richard Lee had his hair at stake one time. We wanted to shave his head, so now he wants to try to return the favor. And Jeff, as I told you before, I know the feeling, and I told Eddie Marlin, and we sat in his office, and I know the feeling of having to go to the Mid-South Coliseum, especially after coming out on television, telling all of the hundreds of thousands of people that are watching, the thousands of people that show up at the Coliseum, tell them how much you're going to go out there and try to win that match, tell them how confident you are, tell them you're going to win those titles, and then having to sit down in the middle of the ring in a chair and have somebody with a pair of clippers shave every head off your head, or every hair off your head. Now, I know the feeling of that. I know the embarrassment. I know how it not only hurts that moment when the people are sitting there watching you get your head shaved, but it also hurts not just the next day, not just the next week, but it is months and months before you even start to look normal again. And when Eddie came and said that's the stipulation, I looked at Jeff and I said, any volunteers, right? Yeah. I don't, you know, I just, quite frankly, I don't want to do it. I don't want to put my hair at stake. I would like to, you know, I want to be the World Tag Team Champions, but I don't want to be walking around with a bald head, and I don't want to even have to risk that.
Well, I know that's been a big thing for you. What about it, Jeff?
No, I sure didn't. Same goes for me as Jerry. We want those titles, and we feel sort of, you know, almost to the point of embarrassment coming out. Richard Lee calls us one-week wonders, but we've signed the match, so we got to decide one way or the other.
Well, it was Eddie Marlin's idea, and what it's going to boil down to is just the old flip of the coin. We both agreed that we would leave it up to fate So if you will flip it, Dave.
Wait, you want me to flip the coin?
You want, huh?
Okay, I'll do it. Corey, could you hold the mic for us here? All right, and this is it. All right, wait a minute. I'm going to flip the coin. Call it in the. You want to call it in the air? Is that all right? He calls it in the air. If you win the toss, then Jeff's hair gets cut. If you lose the toss,
well, is it steak? Let's just
yours.
say it's steak now.
Well, okay, is it steak? You're exactly right. All right,
okay, if I win,
you win the toss.
I don't have to. Okay, right.
All right, ready? But if you lose,
my hair.
his hair is at stake if you win. Your hair is at stake if you lose the toss.
You, Jeff?
Is that right?
That's right. That's right.
Get it over with.
All right. Let's see.
What?
Heads. All right. Lawler's called heads.
Heads it is.
It is heads.
All right, heads it is. You, Jeff?
Richard Lee, I've had quite a few matches against your Moondogs. And like we just said, we were champions for 1 week, and it tasted great when we had those belts. And I thought I was fired up for this match before I came out here. But Richard Lee, it's taken a little bit more serious note. Monday night when we get down to the Coliseum, you're going to be put in that cage, and I don't have to worry about you running in. I don't have to worry about you coming from the back. All I've got to worry about is my hair against those titles. And I couldn't ask for a better partner, and I think we've made one of the best teams in the USWA scene in a long time. But Moondogs, yeah, I've hit you as hard as I could with chairs, boards. I don't even want to repeat myself. But guys, I can promise you one thing. I'm not losing my hair.
All right.
You know, the only the situation that puts me into now, as I sit here and realize with the flip of a coin, it's all decided on that. Now Jeff's hair is at stake. It puts extra pressure on me in the fact that I realize that what would happen if I were to lose the match and cause Jeff to lose his hair. So let me tell you something, Richard Lee, and your Moondogs. Richard Lee, you just find yourself a nice little comfortable seat in that cage and watch as the King and Jeff Jarrett take those World Tag Team titles and put them back around our waist, because like Jeff said, no matter what it takes, and you know that when I say no matter what it takes, I will do anything and everything. Anything and everything, Richard Lee and Moondogs, to win this match. So come on down there Monday night, Mid-South Coliseum, and bring those World Tag Team titles, because you're looking at your new champions right here. Now, one other thing I got to say, they have a little piece of video from a young lady named Penny Knight. She's at the O'Hare Hair Salon, Jeff. Just in case things don't go exactly right, you will be in good hands if we can show this young lady that's going to be doing the honors down there. Hopefully not, though, okay?
From O'Hare. I'm Jerry's personal hairstylist, and Monday night I'll be down at the Coliseum, and I'm going to bring these clippers with me. So if Jeff Jarrett or Jerry loses, I'll have to shave their head. I hate to do it. I've known Jerry for a long time, and I promise the promoters if they lose, I'm going to have to bring these clippers with me. So good luck, guys. I'll see you down there Monday night.
Yeah, well, we'll see her Monday night. We'll see you Monday night. But I promise you this, we'll also see those World Tag Team titles Monday night.
All right, Jeff's hair is going to be on the line, so are the world titles, too. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, we're back, and pretty soon I'm sure we'll be hearing a sound of a whistle blowing, meaning that Richard Lee, and there it is, Richard Lee and the Moondogs are headed this way. They have interview time scheduled. Well, it looks like they have brought an axe handle and a chair with them this time.
My world champions, Dave, Brad, you notice that? My world champions, baby. I've got a few things I want to say. I always thought Jerry Lawler looked funny, and I was always wondering what it was about him. And then I noticed the bimbo that's his personal hairdresser. Did you see the bird nest she had on her head? Woo! Jeff Jarrett, let me tell you something, punk. You made the biggest mistake of your life when you came out here and decided that you were going to put your hair up to try and win those titles. Because let me tell you something, punk. When we get through with you, when the time's right, when the day gets there, Jeff Jarrett, remember one thing. you're going to be the next winner of the next Frank Morrell look-alike contest, brother, because you're going to be bald-headed as a cue ball. And then, Jerry Lawler, we'll just take you, throw you down on the ground, and use a pair of tweezers and pluck your hair out so it'll never grow back. But the only thing I can't understand, Dave Brown, is why they would take a man that would never do anything to involve himself in a match. The only thing I do is I let my dog go to the ring, wrestle scientifically, wrestle clean, wrestle by the rules, and they win. People hate that. So what are they going to do? They're going to take me and lock me in a cage. It's uncalled for, Dave Brown. I don't have to put up with it, and I want to show you something. Lawler, Jarrett, I hope you're watching in the back, because this is going to be you, boys. I'm turning the dogs loose.
Richard Lee turning the dogs loose. Tag team action coming up here. They climb in the ring.
Well, their opponents are Chris Frazier.
Oh, I tell you what, their opponents are getting hammered is what they're getting. They are, even with Chris Frazier, they are outsized. And the Moondog, when Richard Lee says, go get them, I mean, these guys just turn into wild beasts. Frazier thrown out on the floor.
Yeah, there's Chris there out on the concrete floor. Watch Richard Lee over there. Oh, boy.
Now, there's why, you know, he was complaining about a cage in an upcoming match. That's why right there. This match is over. The Moondogs have just gotten a pin. Now, let's get them out of here. Oh, look out, look out, look out.
Boy, the Moondogs just running wild out here. Lee blowing that stupid whistle instead of trying to get him out of here. Oh, boy. Look at the desk over here. That Moondog picks up that world title. Got Frazier leaning over that desk, and boy, whipping him with that strap on the back of that.
One of them using a chair, the other one using one of the world title belts to beat up on these guys. The match is over.
Richard, come on and take your guys out of here, would you?
Watch it, Lawler. Watch it, Jarrett. Because Richard Lee's not involved now, boys. And my dogs are world beaters, they're world killers, and most importantly, my dogs are world champions, man.
Well, coming out right here, I think the King and Jeff Jarrett are headed back this way. Yeah, here they are right here. Want to talk to them about some action coming up around the territory this week in which they are involved. And I know, of course, Monday night you're involved in the big one, but you got some other things going on, too.
Yeah, you know, we watch those Moondogs out here, and they're always more than eager to take advantage of these young guys that are just trying to get started. Well, Moondogs, we want to invite you to come out here right now. We want to invite you to come out here Monday night because we got something in store for you guys. And believe me, you're not messing with two young guys that are just trying to get started. You're messing with two guys that want those belts real bad. Like you said, Dave, we got a couple other things going on we want to mention. Every week, you know, I got a softball team. We go out around the area. We try to help raise some money for some different people. Tomorrow afternoon at 1:30 in the afternoon, we're going to be down in Byhalia, Mississippi for the Victoria Volunteer Fire Department down there in Victoria, Mississippi, Byhalia, at Byhalia Sports Complex. Want to invite everybody to come down there. We got a big doubleheader starting at 1:30. And then this Friday night, everybody remember Friday night we got the big baseball game. That's it, right at Chick Stadium. And I understand 5:30 is a little weird starting time. That's the time a lot of people are just getting off work or getting ready to eat dinner. But make your plans to be there at 5:30 because you're going to want to see this. It's not just going to be a regular ball game. Once you hit the ball, the only way you're going to be able to be put out is if you get knocked off your feet before you get around the bases. And I got news for the Moondogs, and I got news for Brian Christopher, and I got news for Eddie Gilbert, all of these jerks. I'm going to be playing first base, and ain't nobody getting past first base. You understand what I'm saying? That's going to be Friday night, and then the Chicks are going to be playing Jacksonville. It's going to be a big night, right, Jeff? Don't forget Jonesboro and those towns, too. We're going to be over there.
Going to be in Jonesboro Saturday night, and Richard Lee. I don't wear ball caps, and I don't plan on Friday night going to that baseball game with a ball head. You boys better get ready Monday night.
Right.
All right, action coming up. Yeah, that's a big one over at McCarver Stadium Friday night. Fill us in on all the wrestling action coming up, if you will, Corey.
We've got a lot of it, Dave, starting next Saturday night, Jonesboro, Arkansas. Next Saturday, July 25th, 8 p.m. at the Old Bell Community Center there on Church Street. Boy, what a big night in Jonesboro. Advance tickets are on sale at Front Page Cafe. Box office opens next Saturday at 3 o'clock. Now, there's a $1 increase in prices there in Jonesboro because the USWA is bringing a special card, Super Summer Sizzler, right there in Jonesboro, and some fan will win $50 in cash with no purchase necessary in that in Jonesboro next Saturday night. All of the top stars will be at the Old Bell Community Center. A big night, let me tell you. Championship night next Saturday, 8 p.m. Then championship wrestling comes to Humboldt, Tennessee on a Thursday night there in Humboldt. Humboldt Championship Wrestling Thursday, July 30th, National Guard Hombre there. Ricky Morton on the card, Jeff Jarrett, Hotstuff Eddie Gilbert, Moondogs, and a Tough Girl contest, all in Humboldt. Friday night, July 31st at 8 p.m. there. Championship Wrestling in Daxton, Mississippi at the Daxton Gym. The King, Jerry Lawler, Jeff Jarrett, Ricky Morton, Eddie Gilbert. Ladies boxing match, all lined up for Daxton, $1 off advance tickets there. Friday, August 7th, 8 p.m. Ripley, Tennessee. Championship Wrestling scheduled at the football field there, and will be moved to the gymnasium if rain prevails. Tickets are on sale at the high school, $1 off advance tickets for Ripley, Tennessee. Coming soon, USWA Wrestling coming to Senatobia, Mississippi, and to Shelby, Mississippi. That's USWA Championship Wrestling around the area. When it comes to your town, be sure to be right there and be a big part of it.
And Richard Lee bringing the Moondogs back out here. Wait, you had interview time earlier.
I don't care, Dave Brown. I'll take an interview time anytime I want to. Jerry Lawler, Jeff Jarrett, don't make any invitations, brother, that you can't hold up to because you're making a big mistake. You want to wrestle? My championship dogs will wrestle. You want to fight? My championship dogs will fight. You want to play baseball? My championship dog will knock you into next week, punk. Because I got Falk with his bat. I got Cujo with his bat. And I got Richard Lee with the world champion belt, baby. And when we win first mate.
Oh, coming this way right here, the fabulous Fargos. You can read it right there. This is Don Fargo.
Let's put it this way. You're looking at the new fabulous Fargo. This is Donnie Jr., and I want to say this to all the fans, and I want you to listen close. This is Jackie Jr., Jackie Jr. Fargo, and that is the fact.
Wait a minute. Are you claiming that this is Jackie Fargo's son here? Because I know he's got daughters, but I don't know about a son.
Look at him. He looks just like his daddy. I raised this boy. I know what I'm talking about. Jackie has daughters, yes. I raised this boy. I'm telling you that right now. Me and Jackie's been around doing our wrestling career, so nobody's going to tell me this ain't Jackie's son, and that's my boy right there. And these are the new fabulous Fargos, and they are the greatest since me and Jackie have ever been together and retired, and now we're back.
Well, I very well remember the days of the Fargos when you and Jackie were together, and you're right, you did a lot of traveling around, and you made a lot of noise all over the country and all over the world.
A lot of money, and you're going to see it again, because these boys got it. They got it just like me and Jackie had it, Pally. That's all I got to say.
All right, Don Fargo, I tell you what, we talk about the legend, the original fabulous one, Jackie Fargo. Don, his brother, a legend himself, too, in many different ways, as a matter of fact. I'm still not sure about that. I know Jackie Fargo real well, and I don't recall a Jackie Fargo Jr. But nonetheless, let's see how they wrestle here as Don Fargo has put together the new fabulous Fargo. And they're in there against Ken Raper and Tony Williams.
Big elbow from one of the Fargos in there. Fabulous Fargo. First look at him in the USWA. Don Fargo has brought him in. And as his new tag team, big suplex on Raper in there, and Ken staggering around, trying to get a tag to his partner before he gets over there. Well, the Fargo.
That's Jackie Jr. Boy, he sprung just about all the way across that ring, and finally was able to get Ken Raper before he could get to the corner and tag his partner.
Fabulous Fargo Fargo's, managed by Don Fargo in here. Oh, boy. Big suplex on Raper again, and Jackie Jr. is up on the top rope. Drops with a big leg on Ken Raper. Now he had him pinned. He picks him up.
Yeah, you know, I was just sitting here thinking. I remember, of course, when Jackie and Don Fargo were wrestling, and they were a rugged tag team. I also remember Don Fargo as someone who will do whatever it takes to win a match. And it looks like this new fabulous Fargo's team has adopted that philosophy.
They got some of his tactics in there. Indeed, there's a tag from Jackie Jr. to the other Fargo, and Ken Raper trying to fight his way back, trying to get a little something going in there, and Fargo slams him into that turnbuckle. Oh, they're a tough tag team in here. These Fargos certainly a team to be reckoned with in the USWA. Choking Raper over there. They had to break that. Picks Ken up and slams him down. Comes off the ropes. Bounces off with an elbow on Raper. Got a pin cover finally. And he...
Yeah, I thought just a 2 count. I thought Donnie Jr. had him pinned there for a moment, but nope. Ken Raper still at it.
Jackie Jr. follows down on Raper. And he's got Ken down on the mat. Throws him over. Oh, he's throwing him out of the ring there, right through the rope. His partner, Tony Williams, over there. Help Ken out over there. Boy, and they just pulled Ken back into the ring.
You know, one day, Corey, I was sitting just about where you are, and the interviewer was interviewing Don Fargo, and Don Fargo said, I've been everywhere, I've seen everything, and I've done everything, and I don't think either one of us ever doubted for a minute that he was telling the absolute truth. He is a tough, rugged individual, let me tell you.
This tag team is not slight either, Dave, I tell you.
Yeah, he's put together a tough bunch here. Well, again, the tactics we talked about a little bit earlier, but these guys could be trouble.
Also, while we were talking there also, the fans got a chance to see Tony Williams with a couple of good moves in there. Cleared the ring from the Fargos, and he backs Jackie Jr. up against the ropes. Tony Williams set with Jackie Jr., rolls him in. Jr. comes off, slams Williams down to the mat. Well, they want to work on Tony Williams. That's Don Fargo Jr. in there now. Oh, Tony Williams kicked out before they can get a 1 cover. Fargo's in the USWA, and Don Jr. has got a sleeper hold there on Tony Williams. Boy, just pulls him down. He yanks him down to the mat.
Well, it looks like Don has caught him the Fargo strut, too. Did you see Don Jr. stepping across the ring?
Jackie Jr., according to Don Fargo in there, going to work after Tony Williams. Tony fighting back, though. Not giving it up easy. Slides through, tags Ken Raper. Raper coming through. Boy, Raper tried to swing a couple of right hands in there, and Jackie Jr. just comes off the ropes with a foot and takes Raper down to the mat. Tag on Don Fargo, Jr. Well, these Fargos, they work together well, tagging in and out of there.
Yeah, they do. They really have sort of seized control of the match, and they're sort of methodical about the way they do it. They're just wearing down their opponents. They're doing whatever it takes to keep the advantage, and so far, they have done that during this match today.
Fans getting behind Tony Williams and Ken Raper, boy.
That was a tight shot of a right fist that Don Jr. smacked Ken Raper, and now he's just picked him up by the hair. Yeah, boy, we hate to see those tactics, but I guess not surprising since Don Fargo has put this team together and stands over in their corner.
Got Raper down to the mat there. Stretching that left leg if can, and hitting Raper.
Thought he was going to go into an old step-over toe hold there for a minute, but he's just putting extra pressure on it.
Raper tries to take the right foot and kind of shove Fargo back, and Fargo stumps down on Kent Raper.
Hey, don't forget, we've got another match coming up right here today. You will see the King and Jeff Jarrett teamed in a match right here. Don't go away.
Yes, sirree. The fabulous Fargos. First look at them, and Ken Raper and Tony Williams, they're trying to fight these guys. Referee's not going to catch that, but Raper got a tag over there with Tony Williams. Referee Kevin Christian was distracted by the Fargos over there is what happened. And you didn't see the tag. Boy, you see that move from supposedly Jackie Jr. in there. Oh, big uppercut on Raper, too. Takes him down. Tag on Don Fargo, Jr.
Raper has had a tough day today against these guys.
Oh, yeah. He has.
Well, he tried to press him down. Didn't work, though. Donnie reversed it. Donnie Jr. Look at that. Hair pulling once again.
There's a tag on Jackie Jr. Oh, he loves that top rope. Comes off and just takes Raper straight down. 2, 3. He got it.
He did get him. I tell you, one of the patented Fargo moves back in the days of...
There's the Fargo strut now from the fabulous Fargo. Well, that guy got up on the top rope there, Dave, and you talk about leaping.
Well, also, the other one had just put an atomic knee drop on Ken Raper just before he sprung off that top rope. One of those patented Fargo moves from the days of Don and Jackie. Well, Don Jr. and Jackie Jr., put together by Don Fargo, have themselves a victory here today, and I must say a rather impressive victory at that, as they congratulate each other. We will be back with more from the USWA in a moment. Monday night, 8 o'clock at the Mid-South Coliseum. Going to be another big night there. Opening match of the night, you're going to have the Hornet going against Mike Samples in a single match. Mixed tag team match will be coming up after that. Mean Mike Miller with Lauren Davenport in the ring. And on the other side, it's going to be Billy Travis. And Billy says, I'm bringing my, he says, not very attractive, cousin Bertha along with me. That cousin Bertha picture right there. If that is a picture of cousin Bertha, Lauren Davenport is right. Maybe it's Dutch Mantel's sister. I don't know. But anyway, that's cousin Bertha, who's going to be Billy's partner come Monday night at the Coliseum. Fabulous Fargos, you just saw them right here. I was impressed. They have good size. They have Don Fargo in their corner. Don't ever forget about that as being an important factor. Tony Falk and Tony Williams will be the opponents Monday night at the Coliseum. Southern heavyweight title will be on the line then. It's going to be the belt against a special stipulation. Tom Pritchard says, I'll put the belt up, but Brian Christopher, you got to put something up, and there it is. That's not Brian's car. Yeah. That is Brian Christopher's girlfriend's car that he is generously putting on the line.
What a man.
Oh, yeah, Monday night at the Coliseum. So if Tom Pritchard wins, he's still the champion, and he gets Brian's girlfriend's car besides. Main event of the night, World Tag Team titles are going to be at stake. It's going to be the titles against hair. Richard Lee will be locked in a cage. That'll take him out of it. So it'll be Lawler and Jarrett going against the Moondogs. If the Moondogs lose, they lose the world titles. On the other hand, if Lawler and Jarrett win, it's Jeff Jarrett's hair that's now at stake. Added match, no referee in the ring. Rick Morton goes against Hotstuff Eddie Gilbert to try to get even with him for what he did to Paul Martin. All Monday night at the Coliseum. Mean Mike Miller is in the ring with his partner Jeff Daniels. Their opponents are headed this way. There they are. The King, Jerry Lawler, and Jeff Jarrett. Headed into the ring in action here today on USWA Championship Wrestling. This is our expiration of time main event here today. As they climb up into the ring, Jeff and Jerry surveying the situation, surveying their opponents. The King hands the crown out. Jeff Jarrett removing that great-looking warm-up robe of his. And now a little conversation with the king and the referee, and we are just about set to get this one underway. Should be fine. Tag team action coming up. Jeff Jarrett starts against Mean Mike Miller, and here's Corey Macklin.
Thank you, Dave Brown. It's to the expiration of time. Jeff Jarrett, Jarrett the King Lawler teaming up. What a great team. That's Mean Mike Miller in here, and Jeff Daniels. A couple of tough prospects in themselves. Jeff with a nice hip toss takes Miller down. Grabs the arm and holds on to that arm of Mike Miller while he tags his partner. The King, Jerry Lawler. King flips him over. He's got Miller.
Look at Miller going for that hair.
Yeah, he pulled Jerry by his hair there and pulled him straight down to the mat.
Jeff Jarrett holding him up from behind, and Lawler. Well, he got even for the hair pulling.
Yeah. Oh, he rolls Jeff up there. Look at that. Only two, though. Miller still going after that hair in there. He's got Lawler down by pulling his hair. Was going after Jeff's hair. Jarrett in the ring, wrestling in out of Hendersonville, Tennessee.
Hey, what? Miller and Daniels are really looking to win this match here. It would be a great boost to their career as tag team partners to defeat two guys who have had a taste of the world title.
Great move from Jarrett in there, and yeah, that's a good point there, too.
Tell you what, they got their work cut out for them, though. Anytime you step in here against that man right there, Jerry Lawler, and Jeff Jarrett, and what a team they have made. You have got a tough day ahead of you, let me tell you. Jeff Daniels in there right now, working on the King. He got him in the eyes, and now boot to the midsection. Daniels has the King back in the corner. Look out.
Lawler reverses. Oh, takes Daniels down with a clothesline. Tags Jeff Jarrett, the King, and Jarrett in the ring. Double elbow on Daniels, takes him down. He's got a cover on him. There goes Miller to break it. Daniels and Jarrett in the corner. Referee Kevin Christian is trying to get him to break the hole over there. Jeff goes under, comes back.
Whoa.
Oh, boy, did you see that move? Two.
He about took his head off when he pressed him
boy.
down to the mat, but still, Daniels was able to kick out of it at the 2 count. I'm amazed. I thought it was over.
Hey, good move from Jarrett in there. Came over with that flying press. Daniels was kind of, I guess he wasn't set forward there, but his shoulders was kind of sideways, and Jarrett just kind of flying behind him there, flew behind him, and still took him down with a great flying press. Well, Miller's going to have to break that boot in there, choking it. Jeff gets under, gets the tag on his partner.
The very elusive Jeff Jarrett gets over to the corner there. Great move by Jeff.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look at there. Daniels holding on to Lawler. Lawler.
Can you spell mistake? That's what happened to Mike Miller right there.
Yeah, with a capital M in there. Daniels still out on the concrete floor. He's staggering around. Lawler's got Miller in the ring. Jarrett's asking Mike. Hey, what?
Lawler controls Miller's destiny in more ways than one here.
Oh, but look at him stretch those legs, eh? That Miller stretched out and dropped down on that left inside of that leg there, right on the inside thigh of Miller. And Mike Miller was,
What is this? The Moondogs hit the ring and go after Jeff and Jerry.
What in the world? They bring it in here, Dave. Look at some type of, what kind of sign is that?
That's a sign. It's a highway sign. They probably stole somewhere. It says dead end.
Oh, boy. Let's get these guys in Lee, I tell you. Had a good bout going in there. Oh, look out. referee over there. There goes Kevin Christian.
Thrown over the top rope. Mike Miller has collected Jeff Daniels. Looks like they're getting out of here. Meanwhile, it's the Moondogs and Richard Lee working on Jarrett and Lawler.
Oh, he's got that metal sign over there. Beat Jerry with it. Other Moondogs got Jeff. Rams him into the chair.
They're going to break away. We'll be back. The Moondogs continue to run wild in here against Lawler and Jarrett. While we were away from the break,
Let's go this first game, man. What a fight, what a fight. Do what it is. Moondogs are up.
well, they're the champions right now, but that may not be the case after they run into Lawler Jarrett again. Look at this. The King and Jeff Jarrett now taking control. Look at that. Jeff got that street sign. He got the Moondog with it. Over here on the table, Lawler's working on the other one. He's got the folded metal chair. Richard Lee blowing a whistle. He'd like to get the Moondogs out of here now as things have taken a decided turn. Oh, look out. One of them's got Jeff.
Yeah, now Lee wants to reverse the thing.
Jeff's head slammed into the table. Oh, boy, they double up.
Lawler gets Lee and lays him out, too. He nailed Richard Lee.
Oh, boy. Boy, the battle continues. We'll have to get it stopped here today, but I tell you what, it'll pick up again at the arena as these meet each other again with the world titles at stake next time around. Until next week, for Corey Macklin, I'm Dave Brown. So long, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of USWA